Most people grab whatever motor oil is on sale, toss it in their engine, and never think twice about it. That single decision could be quietly shaving years off an engine's life without anyone noticing, until the damage is already done. These are the top 5 best full synthetic motor oils that actually deliver on their promises, ranked from solid to outstanding. The Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 comes from the brand that literally started the motor oil industry back in 1866. Over 150 years later, they are still putting out formulas that punch well above their weight class. This oil is built around high-quality synthetic base stocks paired with advanced additive boosters that target the 4 biggest threats to any engine: wear, friction, heat, and deposits. In independent testing, it delivered 40% stronger wear protection compared to current industry standards, which is a significant margin for daily driving. Where Valvoline really separates itself at this tier is thermal resilience. It offers up to 2.5 times better heat protection than what the industry demands, which means it holds up under stop-and-go traffic, heavy towing, and those scorching summer months when engine bays turn into ovens. Heat is one of the fastest ways to destroy an oil's molecular structure, and once that happens, protection drops off a cliff. Valvoline's additive boosters are specifically designed to resist that thermal breakdown and keep the oil performing at full strength even when temperatures spike. The detergent package is equally impressive, providing 25% better deposits to keep internals clean and sludge-free over time. Cold starts are smooth too, since the full synthetic formula flows easily at low temperatures and coats critical components fast, right when the engine needs it most. That matters because most engine wear actually happens in the first few seconds after startup, before the oil fully circulates. It meets a long list of certifications, including ILSA CGF6A, APISP, and GM Dexos 1 Gen 3, so it covers everything from compact sedans and hybrids to full-size trucks. Valvoline also recently updated its formula to meet ILSA CGF7A and APISQ standards, keeping it current with the latest requirements from automakers. The brand's EZ pour bottle design is a small but appreciated touch that makes DIY oil changes cleaner and faster. For anyone who wants reliable protection without overthinking it, Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic is a rock-solid foundation to build on. It handles the daily grind with zero drama and delivers the kind of quiet, consistent performance that keeps engines healthy for the long haul. The Penso Platinum Full Synthetic 5W30 takes a completely different approach to how motor oil is made, and that difference matters more than most people realize. Instead of starting with crude oil like nearly every other brand on the market, Penso builds this formula from natural gas using their patented Pure Plus technology. That gas-to-liquid conversion process creates a base oil that is almost entirely free of the impurities found in traditional crude-derived synthetics. The base oil comes out crystal clear before additives are even blended in, which is a stark contrast to the amber-tinted base stocks most competitors start. Cleaner base oil means fewer contaminants circulating through the engine from the very first pour, and that purity advantage compounds over thousands of miles of driving. The results speak for themselves in standardized testing. Penso Platinum keeps pistons up to 50% cleaner than what the toughest industry benchmarks require. Based on Sequence 3 H engine test results, that level of cleanliness directly translates to better throttle response, smoother operation, and an engine that maintains its efficiency over tens of thousands of miles. It also comes backed by a 15,000-mile protection guarantee, which shows how confident Penso is in the durability of this formula under real-world conditions. Fuel economy is another area where this oil quietly outperforms. Drivers can pick up an estimated extra 550 miles per year compared to running on a dirty, broken-down oil, which adds up to real savings at the pump over time. It handles extreme temperatures on both ends of the spectrum with ease, flowing quickly in freezing cold mornings and holding strong under intense summer heat. The additive package also includes robust anti-wear agents that scored top marks in the Sequence IVA wear test, meaning critical components like camshafts and bearings stay protected mile after mile. Penso Platinum carries approvals for API-SP, ILSA CGF6, GM Dexos 1 Gen 2, along with Ford, Chrysler, and Honda specifications. For modern direct injection and turbocharged engines especially, where carbon buildup and deposit formation are constant battles, this is one of the smartest options available. The Castrol Edge Advanced Full Synthetic 5W30 was engineered from the ground up for engines that operate under serious pressure and modern engines absolutely qualify. Today's power plants are smaller, produce more horsepower per liter, and run tighter tolerances than anything from even a decade ago. That kind of engineering demands an oil that refuses to break down when things get intense, and Castrol Edge was specifically built for that scenario. Its fluid titanium technology creates an adaptive film strength that physically responds to changes in pressure and driving speed, reinforcing itself exactly where and when the engine needs it. Testing puts some hard numbers behind the marketing claims. Castrol Edge measures 3 times stronger against viscosity breakdown than leading full synthetic competitors in the Kurt Orban test, which simulates the shearing forces oil faces inside a running engine. It also delivers 10 times better high-temperature performance compared to the APISP test limit, as measured in the Sequence 3H engine test. Those are not small improvements. They represent a meaningful jump in how well this oil maintains its protective film under the most demanding conditions a street-driven vehicle will encounter. When viscosity breaks down, oil gets thinner and loses its ability to keep metal surfaces separated, so maintaining that film strength is absolutely critical. One of the standout features is the 20,000-mile oil change interval. That kind of longevity means fewer trips under the hood and less waste over the life of the vehicle, all without sacrificing protection. It also translates to serious convenience for drivers who rack up highway miles or simply hate the hassle of frequent oil services. The formula provides superior performance across 7 critical areas that Castrol highlights, including fuel economy, high-temperature endurance, sludge control, and viscosity stability. Castrol Edge exceeds APISP and SN Plus standards, meets ILSA CGF 6 requirements, and carries approvals from GM, Ford, and Chrysler. For drivers with turbocharged engines, performance vehicles, or anyone who regularly pushes their car hard on the highway or the track, this oil delivers a level of confidence that cheaper alternatives simply cannot match. The Mobil One Advanced Full Synthetic 5 W30 hardly needs an introduction, but the reasons behind its reputation are worth understanding. This is the #1 selling synthetic motor oil at retail across the United States and the official motor oil of NASCAR, which means it gets tested under conditions that would destroy lesser formulas in minutes. The backbone of this oil is what Mobil calls the triple action formula, a 3-pronged approach that targets sludge removal, oxidation control, and friction reduction all at once. That combination keeps engines cleaner, cooler, and more efficient with every mile. Temperature performance is where Mobil One flexes hardest. It provides internal engine heat protection up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, while simultaneously protecting down to -30 degrees Fahrenheit on the cold side. That is a massive operating window that covers everything from Arizona summers to Minnesota winters without breaking a sweat. Independent testing shows it actually cools engine temperatures by over 10% compared to conventional alternative, which directly reduces thermal stress on gaskets, seals, bearings over time. Lower operating temperatures also help preserve the oil itself, keeping it effective and stable far longer than formulas that run hotter. For anyone who has ever noticed their oil turning dark and gritty well before the next scheduled change, that temperature control is a major factor in why Mobil One stays cleaner longer. Protection extends up to 10,000 miles between oil changes, with oxidation control that prevents the oil from degrading and losing viscosity before the next service. The uniform synthetic molecules reduce friction at a microscopic level, which not only protects moving parts, but also contributes to measurable gains in fuel economy over time. It meets ILSA CGF 6 standards, providing critical safeguards against low-speed pre-ignition and timing chain wear that plague modern turbocharged engines. These are not theoretical concerns either. Low-speed pre-ignition can cause catastrophic damage to pistons and connecting rods, and Mobil One is specifically formulated to prevent it. ExxonMobil recommends this oil for virtually every modern vehicle type, from turbocharged daily drivers to supercharged performance machines and diesel-powered trucks. Automakers trust it, professional mechanics swear by it, and decades of real-world results back it up. Mobil One earned its spot near the top of this list for a reason, and millions of engines running strong today are living proof. The Royal Purple High Performance Motor Oil 5W30 sits at the top of this list because it does something no other oil here can claim. It uses a proprietary additive technology called Synerlec that is completely exclusive to Royal Purple. This patented chemistry creates a bond with metal surfaces inside the engine that goes beyond what traditional anti-wear additives achieve. The result is a tougher, more resilient protective layer that holds up under extreme stress, high RPMs, and prolonged highway cruising alike. It is the kind of edge that performance enthusiasts and meticulous vehicle owners have built a cult following around for years. The numbers behind this formula are staggering. Royal Purple delivers 300% better oxidation resistance than industry standards, meaning the oil holds its integrity far longer before showing signs of breakdown. That extended oxidation stability also means drivers can safely stretch their oil change intervals without worrying about the lubricant losing its protective qualities halfway through. It provides 100% protection against low-speed pre-ignition, which is the silent engine killer in modern turbocharged direct injection power plant. On top of that, it offers 14% enhanced sludge protection to keep oil passages clear and internal components spotless. Those figures are not marginal improvements. They represent a fundamentally higher tier of engine defense that justifies the premium over mainstream options. What makes Royal Purple even more interesting is its friction profile. The low coefficient of friction is so efficient that its 5W30 actually meets the fuel economy requirements typically associated with a thinner 5W20 oil without sacrificing the heavier weight's protective advantages. That is a rare balancing act in the motor oil world, giving drivers the best of both worlds in a single bottle. The advanced synthetic solvency also works continuously to dissolve and remove existing engine deposits, so it is not just preventing new buildup but actively cleaning away what previous oils left behind. Royal Purple meets or exceeds API-SP, ILSAC GF6A specifications and carries GM Dexos 1 approval in applicable viscosity grades. The company has also updated its formulation to align with the latest API-SQ and ILSAC GF7A standards. For anyone who views motor oil as more than just a maintenance checkbox and treats it as a genuine performance upgrade for their vehicle, Royal Purple is the clear choice at the top of the pack. Now the big question: which of these 5 oils is going in the engine, or is there another full synthetic that has earned a permanent spot in the garage? Drop that answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.